This close, you guys are lucky I didn't pop a bikini on this afternoon, huh? Hey everybody, what a beautiful day. It's got to be 69, 70 degrees finally. Doing a little work in the shop here. Just a little fun video about the Gerald here with the candles, and a lot of people thought, oh my sad, you know. I'm like, oh no. You know, we're just having fun, people. We're just having fun. We're just joking around a little bit, that's all. All right, well, I'm gonna sit this down and get my butt in the seat, and let's have a little shop talk today. Hey, well, we got something came in, another one we didn't expect to be getting in here. Some of you last Saturday night saw the unboxing of this. This is the Pioneer SA-5800. It's one of these phosphorus screens. It became very popular, I think it was in the early to mid 80s. You can see what I mean there with the different colors. And I don't know a lot about this thing. It's tuner, phono, auxiliary. It's supposed to be a really nice amp here, but I don't really know a lot about it. I just know that it doesn't put out any sound. You know, it's the electronics. We're getting power to it, obviously, but I guess that's why it was shipped to me. And again, it's the Pioneer SA-5800, and it's pretty much of a beast here. You can drive. We got four sets of speakers on here. It's got phono, tuner, auxiliary inputs. You can use either 4 or 8 ohm impedance speakers here, which is nice. And you can put 2 tape players in. Got some grounding on here, and it's got some switched power on the back of it, which I like too. Plug in a couple things unswitched, which means it just stays on, and then switched power comes on when you turn it on. So I really don't know a lot about this unit made in Japan by Pioneer Corp. Let's unplug it. Let's talk a little bit. Grab that. It's kind of hanging out. Yeah, that was funny. I did that video about Gerald, and I think some people got really upset. I don't know. You know, I'm kind of thinking to myself, I'm just goofing around and having fun, and meanwhile, you know, people are starting to shed tears and stuff, and you know, you see the address on the back of it, Miss Ellie Gambino, care of Paulie's pool room and bar, 627 Go F Yourself Street, Patterson, New Jersey. Well, this thing's kind of been through the mill. I don't mind telling you, these fake wood, these veneer things really take a beating on the end here. And this one's not too bad, but the one on the other end is pretty nasty. This has all come off. You can see the veneering here. It's kind of come off. There's a lot of rust on top of here. It's really not a very handsome unit. You know, some wood is broken off of here. I've done so many of these things over the years that this, I could almost tell you, this probably came out of like a college dorm room or a fraternity house where it got a lot of rough wear to it. So how's your day going today? Pretty good? I was enjoying my friend, my beautiful friend Diane down in Thousand Oaks was having, Diane C is her channel, Diane and then C period, down in Thousand Oaks, California, having lunch with her folks. And she's like, my dad is grumpy, and I'm just laughing like, you know. I said, you got to get, you know, because she's using the camera. And I said, don't worry, honey, you just got to get your dad broken in a little bit on YouTube. See, it's just weird the way this top comes on here. I mean, it's kind of a weird, it's almost like they wanted to kind of make it hinged, but it's not. It's just really goofy. Some proprietary. See, that's why I don't like Pioneers either. You use Pioneers speakers, the old, actually not the speakers. Yeah, well, the speakers and the old stereo amplifier receivers, they all have the proprietary bladed speaker instead of using RCA plug-ins or screws to hold speaker wires down. They have they use spaded connections like you use to plug in a like these things, like these on the back, and you have to find them and do them with speakers. Well, I'm taking an initial look inside. There's a lot of rust, a lot of dirt, a lot of wear. Somebody has bypassed the you probably can't see it, but right here somebody's totally bypassed the fuse there, or else it exploded in there. I don't know what happened. This thing looked like maybe somebody dropped a beer down it or something like that. It's got that smell like beer too. This is just about on the frontiers when stuff started to go to all potted components and non-discrete components here. These output transformers are these output tubes are pretty small. Not tubes, listen to me. These output transistors look really small. There's multiple fuses all over the place on here. And I'll show you guys that. Pardon the camera. I'm getting kind of lazy in my old age here. Maybe you can see down here. I'll push this down to this end. Get that light over here. That you can see we actually have one fuse here, this is the power supply. I think this is what's gone bad. I think I got some bulginess down in this cap area here, but I got a fuse down here. I got a fuse here. This looks like a speaker. No, this is extra switched power. Here are those. And then I've got, man, I don't know what the hell is with these. There's not even any glass on this one. This is just a wire across here. I don't even know if this thing would be safe. I mean, we could put a 125 volt 4 amp fuse in there just for giggles, but this thing really needs a blow job, I'll tell you that. But there's really not a lot to this thing, is there? Got your power supply board. Here's your amplifier board. Tone. What the hell this is. Volume control. A couple little extras. There's not really a lot to this unit, is it? This looks pretty simple. Well, here's could be part of your problem right here. We don't even got any continuity on that thing. God knows what the shape of these look okay here. Ooh. Whole thing really needs a cleaning, eh? Let's see, these are 8,042 volts. Nichicon, they should still be pretty good. These ones look a little sketched down here, so I'll probably end up replacing them. So let's put this back in position and then talk a little more. Okay. Pioneer's okay, but I don't like real proprietary things. You know, either use banana plugs or screws or terminals that you just push in the little thing and then put the wire in and then call it done. Like on the back here, this is the way it should be. You have little things that push in and capture the wire. That's kind of the way it should be. Okay. Looks like we got a date code on here. I don't know. I have to look it up. 05-3500. They never put an actual date. You got to kind of figure that. I don't have a shop manual. I don't have any Sam's bulletin for this thing at all. Okay, so here's the board down here. Let's take a look at this a minute, see how this looks, huh? Doesn't look like anything's really burnt up. It just smells like kind of like beer in there or something. I don't know. Let's see how hard it is going to be replaced. I don't even know what that is in the back. That's a 330 microfarad. Yeah, it's almost like somebody poured like a sugar drink down here, like a soda or a beer or something like that. I'm just surprised how little there is to these units. How very little. Look at the rust on there, huh? Kind of cheesy the way they did that wood on there, huh? Pretty cheesy looking. But this is about the end of the really good era here of audio. The golden age of audio was just coming to an end. So let's see. I got my bag. I've bought out some more parts from another couple places. Unfortunately today, my good friend Shango066 had a video about closing Acme TV down in Los Angeles down there. One of the very last great shops for audio. Fuses. It's kind of a sad day. Like the end of an era, like the last TV repair, radio repair shop. This guy had all kinds of good, cool tubes and stuff. And it's the end of the line. There's very, 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 very few of us left that do this work anymore. Very few. It definitely is a throwaway society. I love how somebody just jackassed past this fuse. Oh boy. Here's what somebody chose to use as a fuse. That could be our basic problem right there. With that. And they got it jacked on the other side too. I don't understand people. Look at that. Right. This is the kind of crap that I deal with all the time. You know what? People are just too lazy to buy a fuse, so they just lay that stuff on a bypass. It could be that the unit is just totally destroyed. I don't even know. This thing could be all shorted out for all I know. Look at that. This comes apart. Anyway, the closing of that shop was really sad for me today, because I feel like we're fading into the sunset, the people that do this kind of work. Like just the old war horses, were just fading out into the sunset. Yeah, I bought this shop in Cambridge, Maryland, on the Eastern Shore. This old TV radio shop went out about 2 years ago. I bought a lot of their stuff, just boxes and boxes, and this guy's got like hundreds and hundreds of fuses and stuff. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. I could use a little something more robust than that, but okay. Let's pop a little of these. This is really old school stuff, but yeah, it's a throwaway society. Definitely a throwaway society, so you know, nobody really cares anymore. So this guy started this shop, ran from 1957 to 2018. 61 years. But it was just the end of the line. Let's make sure nothing's gonna blow up here. Let's get our we got our isolation transformer, and this pulls everything away from the house current, so it just isolates this thing. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Let's plug in. Plug that in. Yeah, we're doing real time. Okay, that's kind of weird. We're actually getting some activity here. I'll show you. Well, we were when I first turned it on. Well, wouldn't it be my lucky day if that was the only problem down there? So what do you say we get a source here, and let's put it in. Let's get the phone and just jack some sound in here and see what we get.
Thank you,
I'm just running
Sonoma
some
County
old
Wine
video through here.
Squeeze it in.
for making it a Wendy's night. I told you don't bet on that horse in the fifth race.
Yeah.
Right, I just have one speaker hooked up, but
Wendy's, and see what that's all about. A Frosty, maybe a burger I have over there.
strange.
So, thank you, Sonoma County Wine Racing,
Not a lot of
Yeah,
throughput
squeeze
through that.
it in.
for making it a Wendy's night. I told you don't bet on that horse in the fifth race.
Yeah.
Strange. I'm gonna hook the other speaker up, see if we have any balance on here.
He's a tough guy.
That's with the volume all the way up. It's advanced. Let me just put some music on. Really weird. Really weird. What are phono? Not really getting anything out of auxiliary. Oh boy, I need this like a hole in the head right now with all I got going on. All right. the heck is going on? Alright, this is crap trying to use this thing. Let's go ahead and, I don't know where in the hell that, let's grab that old tuner that we got. I'm starting to get really irritated with this. I didn't need to get into this today. I'm going to grab the old tuner over there that, what the hell is that? The Yamaha. And let's feed in a tuner signal. That's more like it, huh? This thing is really jacked up. All the controls need a real cleaning. I'm still not sure about the other channel. Might have just a bad speaker connection. It's kind of cool, that phosphorus.
Wolfman Jack. Each night beginning at 7. Only on America's greatest hits. 102.7. The Wolf.
Something about these tape monitors here.
Que tengas una tarde maravillosa. Déjame decirte que, amigo, amiga, no.
Saturday, February 10th at River Arcus.
Let's turn down that. Sounds good, huh?
Of course, Russia and China, but in the region,
Sunday, 2 locations, Santa Clara County Fairgrounds.
Alright, I'm going to check the speaker output here. I'm just going to, yeah, I might not have a good connection here or something. I don't know. You know, I might not even be good on here. I've been known to do stuff kind of lazy sometimes. So let me do a few other checks here. Got my meter set up. I don't have a signal injector here right now. I'm just doing it the lazy way. But yeah, that's pretty much modulating pretty good there. I'm going to go ahead and see what's going on in the other terminal here. Actually, that one looks like it's running pretty good. Let's pop that volume up a bit. Okay. Let me try something else here. let's say, just for shits and giggles, that I had an attack of laziness this afternoon, and I didn't really want to have a Pioneer SA-5800 on my bench, but I took it in, and now you see we got probably one channel. I don't know, I haven't even confirmed it. I haven't hooked any. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the headphones, the last thing I'm gonna do today, and just see if I'm getting this is always a good thing to have in the shop. So I'm gonna hook these on for a minute and see what we get. You can see it's modulating on that channel. I'm thinking it's a control thing here, right? There's your problem. That thing's dirty as hell. Yeah. All right. Tell you, headphones are always a really good test if you're getting output on 2 channels. Don't be fooled if you go to hook up a pair of speakers. You might go through a lot of work, a lot of teardown, assuming that you've got bad transistors on the output side, that you got something else going on there, fusing issues, other things. Get a pair of headphones, plug them in, and see what you get. Obviously, we're modulating on both channels. I'm good in getting good throughput. What I'm not getting is good clean connectivity as usual, where we have a mechanical interface with electronic interface. It's always the weak spot in any of these stereo amps. So this is going to need a really good cleaning. Let me turn this off. You should not attempt or do this work at home. These not so much more dangerous on tube stuff, but it's all dangerous here. So here's what I think the culprit is. You can see some of the goo on there and some other stuff. So this really needs a great cleaning. All of the controls need a good cleaning. And then we'll see where we go after that. When electronic equipment is well made, like Pioneer tends to be, Sansui, Yamaha, you really have catastrophic fails. What you often have, and most of the time, it's going to be mechanical issues, hidden fuses that people don't see, but most of the time it's always those switches and contacts that get so dirty that they stop conducting, they stop acting as like a conductor, and you don't get any sound through. And I can't tell you, shops I used to be associated with, they'd get stuff in, they'd hook speakers up, and if they didn't get sound out of one channel, they would just rip the whole thing down to take it down to board level, and they start doing a wholesale parts replacement, and it's not the way to go. Okay, just do a couple things to verify if both channels are getting output, and then when they are, you got something else going on in there. So like I say, it's getting late in the day. I've done enough today. I'm satisfied as what the issues are here, and like I say, there's not really a lot of components on there to really be problematic. So yeah, I'm going to call it a day, and then we'll see, time permitting, in the future. But like I said, this is not my high priority right now, but I'm glad that it is basically working. There were some jacked around fuses here. I'm still sure that we got some problems over here in the power area. I'd like to change these out, the filter caps and some other things here. I don't know if I want to put high value stuff into here though, because this is just on the tail end of what was good vintage audio. Okay guys, out for the day. Thanks so much for being along.